This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. In politics, especially in this town, Washington, D.C., people get a little too close sometimes. Sometimes people do their jobs and they just look at it as a job, moving from job to job, from employer to employer, and they lose sight of what they got into this business of politics for, what they got into this of changing people's lives and making our country a better place. Often, I know a lot of people who will work for a campaign like Bernie Sanders and then go on to work for somebody that is diametrically opposed to his values. That's just one example, but I mean, there's people who work for right-wing crazy Republicans and also some moderates. And I'm going to talk about Van Jones today. I believe he has fallen victim to this. He's been in this town too long, and he's a little too close and cozy with fascists like Donald Trump and fascist enablers like Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. He's been around making the rounds on CNN and others. He works exclusively, I think, for CNN, but making the case that this case against Donald Trump brought by the Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg should not be brought, and that Alvin Bragg should be thinking a little bit more soberly and reconsider this clearly justified action that was reviewed by a grand jury, voted on in the normal course of order in American jurisprudence, and then is going to be brought to indictment. We believe it still hasn't happened yet. I got a TV over here just waiting for something to happen. And he said this on CNN, but I want you to notice this clip that I'm going to play you from CNN is a replay that's being played on a loop on Newsmax as a justification that, you see, even liberals believe that Donald Trump is being unjustifiably persecuted. Watch this.
I think that the heat is on this DA. I think he's going to make a very sober decision, and I would not be surprised if he doesn't step back from the brink. I just think that the reality is he's got to make a sober decision now. I agree with David. A charge like this, a porn star payoff 7 years ago, somehow tied to the election, but not really. It doesn't seem like the right way to go.
Van Jones, somehow tied to the election, but not really. The hush money was so it didn't come out at all, but certainly before the election, which would have given Donald Trump, and did, a leg up in that election. To say, to claim, to assert that it is not tied to the election is stupid. It is wrong. It is Trump propaganda. But should we be surprised? Van Jones, who secretly helped Trump craft his First Step Act and then went on CNN and touted what a wonderful thing it was, never disclosing that he had an integral part in creating it. Van Jones, who sat with Jared and Ivanka and yucked it up at Donald Trump's jokes during a speech. Van Jones, who took the time out of his busy day to cozy up with and take a selfie with none other than fascist Hitler apologist Candace Owens. You're too close. Van Jones, your takes are off. Maybe it's time to go on a long vacation. Clear your head. Reevaluate your relationship choices. Because Donald Trump is no better or worse than any other American citizen in the eyes of the law, or at least that's the way it should be. And if you break the law, you should be held accountable for your crimes. And I believe Alvin Bragg is acting in a sober manner, in a serious manner about this. I don't know what information you think you have about pulling back and not going through with this indictment. I'd love to know. Is this more information you have that you're not revealing to the public as you go on CNN? Allowing yourself to be used as a propaganda tool for Newsmax and other right-wing propaganda outlets? It's all a little bit gross, if you ask me. But I would love to know what you think. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. You can follow me on social media. Tell me just how wrong I am there. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. I'd love to see you there. And if you appreciate what I do, whether you appreciate my takes or not, but if you believe my heart's in the right place and I'm doing good work and I bring you value, please consider supporting my work. You can click the join button below this video, wherever that button is, and become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you. It's going to be a big week, busy week. We'll see what comes of all of this. Until then, be genuine. Take care of one another.